Hi guys, so this is a walkthrough. We're in Module 8, but I'm actually going to do kind of a general walkthrough of how your structure in this class is going to work from here on out, because I have made some changes from the original syllabus, and it is different from what we've done in previous weeks, because now we're writing essays, and essays are longer, so I figure you guys probably don't want to write an essay every single week. So we're going to kind of split things up a little bit to make this a little bit easier for you to manage and a little bit more effective. I detailed the changes that I'm making to the schedule in in this announcement from last week. So the way it's going to work from here on is on the first Monday of the essay modules, you won't have anything due. You will just need to review material. Your discussion boards will involve you actually reading sample essays from now on. So I wanted to give you some time to kind of look over those sample essays and to kind of get a sense of the materials and all of that. On Wednesday now is when your discussion board will be due. On Friday, the first Friday of the module, is when your quiz will be due. And then the second week of the module has to do with actually composing your essay. So the first week is about going over the material you need to know and kind of doing some preparatory steps. So the second week is about applying that in the form of your essay. So the second Monday of the module, you have your pre-writing exercises due. The second Wednesday of the module, you'll have your outline due. The second Friday of the module, you'll have the essay due. Now, the material is the exercises build on each other. So the pre-writing exercises will give you the information and the content to help you create your outline, and the outline will give you what you need in the order that you need it in order to write your essay. So you do want to do all of these. They will definitely help you out in terms of writing better essays. Probably what you're more interested in is that they help your grade a lot. I know that a lot of you have grades lower than what you might like, and the outlines are relatively high point and low effort, and I do this to try to help you pad your grade. So the exercises, outline, and essay together equal 160 points per module. Your paragraphs equaled 50 points. So you now, each of your essay modules are worth about 3 times what the paragraphs were. This means that if you're behind, if your grade's not what you want it to be, you have a chance to catch it up. The converse is also true, though. If you skip these assignments, it can really, really, really hurt your grade. So you do not want to do that. You want to make sure that you do them. So now let's go and we're going to look at some differences in starting with Module 8. In between what we've done in the past and what we're going to be doing in the future. As always, you have your course materials here. You have your PowerPoints, and this time we actually have a handout on pronoun antecedent agreement as well that I thought was really helpful and had some exercises you might want to look at. We have our video lectures for you to review. And then we have sample essays. Now these modules, we will have essays that I will be assigning for you to look at, and they're in Word documents. I pull them offline and, just put them and copy them and paste them and format them for you. So here you can see an example right here when it loads. In the past, I've been writing the essays and the paragraphs as we went, but that's taking a lot of time for me to do, and it's taking away from the time that I have to grade and manage the class, and I had to streamline somewhere. So getting excellent essays offline instead of writing the essays myself seemed like a pretty reasonable compromise to make. So here's one of them. You don't have to have a book for this. You just have to read them from Canvas. Your discussion boards will relate to them. Your quiz, they don't this week, but your quizzes in the future might as well. So you definitely want to read these to help you get a sense of what this kind of essay, whatever essay we're looking at, actually looks like when someone writes it. So you can see that the personal essays discussion board is due on Wednesday instead of Monday. The quiz is due on Friday instead of Wednesday. And then the following week, you have 3 things due. You have the exercises on descriptive narrative writing, that's 10 points. Then you have the descriptive narrative outline and the descriptive narrative essay. The exercises, make sure that you follow these as they are in the instructions. So if you just give me a paragraph and you don't tell me what question you're answering, I can't give you points for it. So make sure that you number your answers, and you can download and edit in the Word document if you want, and that you indicate to me what numbers you're answering, and you follow the format here so that I can properly grade it. You will want to keep the responses to these pre-writing assignments nearby, because I refer to them in the outline assignment to help you write the actual essay. Let me see if I happen to have this down here. Yeah, here it is. Instead of pulling it up from Canvas. You can pull it up from Canvas the same way that I just did the pre-writing assignment, but I just don't want to go back there. So your outline assignment is going to be, basically you're going to fill in the blanks. You do need to follow this format in between the lines. So you're going to write your name, the name of the class, the date, the title of your paper, and then you can see introduction, use questions 3 through 7 from the pre-writing information to create your thesis statement. So you're going to use what you did in the pre-writing assignment to help you get here. And then we have a very rough outline like what we talked about in the PowerPoint presentations for your body. Once you have finished outlining the body, you have the option to do the introduction and conclusion. I'm not requiring you to do this for a grade, because I've told you before, you need to write the intro after you write the essay. But this kind of guide will guide you through how to do it, since that's the new part of this, or 2 of the new parts of writing essays. So you can kind of follow these steps. You can submit them in the outline for me to look at if you'd like. If you don't want me to look at it, that's fine too. Let me go back here. So that is how things are going to work in our future modules. The essay itself, we'll talk about that when I do the walkthrough for the actual Module 8. But we are, it's going to work kind of similar to the paragraph, but there are some new requirements. So make sure you look at those. And the rubric is different because I'm assessing an essay, not a paragraph, so you want to look at the rubric as well. And as you can see, the essay is worth 100 points, so it's double what the paragraphs were. And the outline is worth the same as the paragraph, so you don't want to skip these. One last note on Composition Connect. This is in the Module 8 start page as well, but in case you haven't seen this announcement, I have done some work on Connect. I've kind of evaluated its usefulness in the class, and I've also thought about the fact that I've had a lot of students added late this semester. We've had a lot of students with technical issues and other things like that. So I made all of the Composition Connect that were due originally before spring break. They are now due the Monday after spring break. So if you haven't done them, you have the option of catching up on them now. The ones that are due after spring break, those were on April 2nd, 16th, and 30th. They are still due on the same dates, and there will not be extensions on those. So you should be able to view those now. If you can't, let me know. If it asks you for a code, here it is. You can just copy and paste it. And if you see new due dates for assignments you've completed, I don't know how it shows up in there on your end, but it's possible if you've, say, already completed the first Composition Connect assignment, since I extended the due date, it might pop up as that being due again. If you've done it, you've done it. There are 7 of them total, so you can kind of go back and cross-reference to see if you have completed it. So that takes us to the end of this kind of general walkthrough video for how the class will proceed from here on. I'll put this in the Module 8 I'll put this in Module 8, and I'll put it in an announcement as well. And then I should have the Module 8 walkthrough up for you shortly.